Before starting the story, let us know where you're watching from and what time you're watching. A call from my dead twin. I still remember the moment my world shattered. It was a cold November evening when I got the call. My twin brother, Liam, was gone. A car accident. Dead on impact, they said. One second, he was on his way home from work. The next, he was just gone. The funeral was unbearable. I stood there, staring at his closed casket, unable to accept that the person I had shared a womb with, my childhood, my secrets, my soul, was now just a memory. We were identical in every way. Same deep-set eyes, same crooked grin, same birthmark on our left wrists. Losing him felt like losing half of myself. In the days that followed, I barely functioned. I stopped answering calls, ignored texts from concerned friends, and sat in our shared apartment, drowning in the echoes of his absence. His toothbrush was still in the holder, his shoes by the door, his favorite coffee mug stained with the last sip head ever taken. I was suffocating in grief. Then, a week after his death, my phone rang. It was past midnight. The apartment was silent except for the soft hum of the fridge. The screen of my phone lit up on the nightstand, and my stomach dropped when I saw the caller ID. Liam! My breath caught in my throat. It had to be a glitch. Someone must have found his phone and was playing some cruel joke on me. My fingers trembled as I hesitantly answered. Hello? My voice was barely a whisper. At first, all I could hear was static. Then, a faint sound, a shallow, rattling breath. Ethan. The voice was weak, strained. Help me. I nearly dropped the phone. It was him. It was Liam. But it couldn't be. He was dead. Liam. My voice cracked. This isn't funny. Who is this? The breathing grew more ragged. Ethan. I don't know where I am. It's so dark, so cold. I couldn't breathe. My skin prickled with goosebumps. Liam, this isn't possible. You're gone. I was at your funeral. Please, help me. I need you. Then, just like that, the line went dead. I stared at my phone, my heart hammering against my ribs. It had to be my mind playing tricks on me, my grief manifesting in hallucinations. But deep down, something told me it was real. Something told me Liam wasn't resting in peace. The calls continued every night at exactly 12:03 a.m. Each time, Liam's voice grew more desperate, more pained. He spoke of shadows that whispered his name, of unseen hands that clawed at him, of an overwhelming, suffocating cold. They won't let me go, he said one night, his voice trembling. I keep running, but they always find me. Ethan, please, you have to help me. Who is after you? I whispered, gripping the phone so tightly my knuckles turned white. They don't have names. They just watch. They wait. I can't see them, but I know they're there. That night, I barely slept. I scoured the internet, reading forums about paranormal experiences, lost souls, and unfinished business. Every article, every thread, every desperate plea from people claiming to have spoken to the dead led me to one unsettling conclusion. Liam was trapped. He hadn't moved on. I had to do something. Desperation led me to an old woman in the next town over, rumored to be a psychic. Her name was Evelyn. Her house smelled of burning sage and dried lavender. When I told her about Liam, she took my hands, her gaze piercing into mine. Your brother is caught between worlds, she murmured. Something is holding him there. A tether! How do I break it? I pleaded. She hesitated. You must find what binds him. Sometimes it's guilt. Sometimes it's unfinished business. Other times. Her voice trailed off and a shadow crossed her face. It's something much darker. She gave me a small vial of oil and told me to anoint the places Liam and I had spent the most time together. His room, his favorite chair, our childhood photos. This will help weaken the tether, she said. But be careful. If something else has him, it won't let go easily. That night, I followed her instructions, whispering his name as I spread the oil. I was exhausted, mentally and emotionally drained. When midnight came, I sat on the floor, phone in hand, waiting. At exactly 12:03, it rang. I answered immediately. Liam? For the first time, there was no static, just silence. Then, a whisper that sent ice through my veins. He knows. I stiffened. Who knows? A slow, ragged breath. He's coming. The line cut off, and at that exact moment, the lights flickered. The temperature in the apartment plummeted. A shadow shifted in the corner of my vision. I wasn't alone. The air grew heavy, oppressive, like something unseen was pressing against my chest. My breath hitched as the darkness in the room deepened, moving unnaturally, creeping toward me like a living thing. Then I heard it. A whisper. Low, guttural, and inhuman. He's mine. The room exploded into chaos. Objects flew from the shelves. The television screen flickered violently. The walls groaned as if the entire apartment was alive. A force slammed into me, sending me sprawling to the ground. My phone skidded across the floor, Liam's contacts still glowing on the screen. I crawled toward it, heart pounding. Liam, tell me how to help you. A choked sob came through the speaker. You have to let me go. Tears burned my eyes. No, I can't. I won't. Ethan, listen to me. You holding on is keeping me here. It's keeping him here. You have to say it. I shook my head violently. Say what? Goodbye. My breath hitched. The room trembled around me, the presence in the shadows growing stronger, feeding on my grief, my refusal to let Liam go. I squeezed my eyes shut, tears streaming down my face. I love you, Liam, I whispered. But you're gone. You have to go now. A long pause. Then, his voice, softer than ever. Thank you. The presence in the room let out an unearthly shriek, a sound that rattled my bones. Then, just as suddenly as it had come, it was gone. The air lightened. The shadows receded. My phone screen dimmed, and Liam's number disappeared from my call log as if it had never been there at all. For the first time in days, I felt peace. A deep, aching sadness filled me, but I knew I had freed him. That night, I slept without nightmares. And Liam never called again.